so much. This amazing lady was an acquaintance of mine. Now I think she's a friend.
We think the same way.
Yeah, we're very much alike. Always have too many projects on the go, but this one is almost finished. Thank you so much for all the work you did. I'd call her at the drop of a hat saying, oh, such and such is available, or it's snowing today, or she'd call me, and she's got 2 kids, she's a nurse in this facility, and is a busy lady, but well, the picture speaks for themselves. You've done a great job, and thank you very much. Woo! And thank you. And Rebecca, they're going to talk a bit about music and memory, and then we're going to be entertained by Sweet Adelines. Yeah, going to do, you want to do it in here?
With
yes.
clothes on.
So I'm wondering if we could just take about maybe 2 or 3 minutes, however long it takes us. We do have lots of room up here. Could any of you wonderful men in the back there go out and grab some of the pink chairs that we were going to have the music out there? Maybe we could just set them here so we're not all crowded back in here, and some people can have a seat. If people wouldn't mind helping out with that. Half of the 160 residents that call Dufferin their home, I'd like to welcome you here tonight. It is our pleasure to present to you or introduce you to the world of music and memory as we know it here at Dufferin Oaks. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Angie Matthews and I coordinate the programs here at Dufferin Oaks. And I'm going to give it over to Rebecca, who's going to introduce you to music and memory.
Hi, so I'm Rebecca Hall. Thank you to Bobby for the thank you and the welcome. Truly, this was her project. I was just along for the ride. It was amazing. And all the models did a fabulous job. We had so much fun. We laughed. It was my therapy. It was our week of therapy. We would always have a great time, so that was fabulous. And I'm just happy that this project could be, and we could help Orangeville Musically to promote their play, and we could also bring some of the funds back to Music and Memory, which is a project that's dear to my heart. So we're just going to start here about a little history of Music and Memory, how it started. There's a little video to show you, which is the story of Henry, which is quite a popular video. You may have seen it, you may have not, but everyone really should see it. Dufferin Oaks' plan, and why music, like why we even embarked on this journey. What we did to get started, our community support, benefits to our residents, and what we're currently doing and moving forward, what we will be doing. Some joy, and she loved Christmas and Christmas carols. So I started doing things a little bit on my own, and then we got talking, just Googling and seeing what more is out there. And we talked about it at our palliative care team. And when our nurse practitioner and some of our palliative care members have heard of this Music and Memory. So actually in December of 2014, our palliative care committee funded our home to become a certified Music and Memory home. So I think I'm totally off.
That's
on the
okay.
slide, sorry. It just rolled out from there. Basically, we had to do a webinar teaching from Dan Cohen over a 3-day seminar. We partnered with the Alzheimer's Society in Orangeville, in Dufferin County Alzheimer's Society, in hopes that Music and Memory starts before admission to our home. We hope that our residents, before they come in, will have this already set up at home, and just to give education up there to what's available. We also, it's very important to our residents that are not cognitively impaired as well. That's developed over us learning and going through the process.
So just to give you kind of a more hands-on feel of what it is, really what it is we hand out an iPod Shuffle, a little wee thing like this that just clips to them so they can walk around with it, they can have it in bed, they can have it anywhere they can go, that the iPod can go with it. And then they listen to the music over a speaker. Now we find, of course, that along the way that wasn't always ideal for everyone, being on their head if they were in bed or whatever. So then we embarked on purchasing some small little speakers so they could listen to that as well. So basically, as Rebecca said, we started in December of 2014, and then we've just never looked back from there, going all the way to having many residents on the program now.
Okay.
So as Rebecca mentioned also, we have partnered with the Alzheimer's Society to roll this music and memory program out here. And I think we have Becky and Elaine, if you could just put your hands up so everyone can see it, from the Alzheimer's Society. So Becky is on our committee actually, which is made up of a bunch of staff, volunteers, and residents from Dufferin Oaks. Not residents so much, but I'll get to that in a minute, with one resident in particular. So what they've really helped us with at the Alzheimer's Society is training the staff. So we needed to be sure that, I know it seems very simple, but we need to be sure that all staff, every staff, whether you work in housekeeping, in the kitchen, in laundry, in programs, in nursing, knew how to work these so that it was seamless. So, and knew the process to educate families and all that. So they were really instrumental in helping us with that. So we thank them for that. We had monetary donations given to us from the Shelburne Rotary, from Montgomery Village in Orangeville, and also from the New Horizons Seniors Group. And so we were grateful for that, which helps us keep the program sustainable. So thank you very much for that. KTH in Shelburne donated an iPad to us, and that turned out to be, and still is today, very important to us, because before the music was on this little iPod, we wanted to be able to take something like a laptop would have been great, but we could take an iPad now right to the bedside to go over music, to play a bit different songs. Do you like this? Do you don't? So we know what can go on here, exactly what they like. So that has been really beneficial to us as well, so we are appreciative of that. Then once we started getting a whole bunch of residents on the program, we were faced with the problem of, now they're everywhere. Where are we going to store them? Where are we going to charge them all? And so the high school actually built us, I think in their wood shop, I'm not sure exactly the class, but made some cabinets for us. We have 5 home areas at Dufferin Oaks, 32 people in each home area, so they made a cabinet for each home area, little hooks, everything's neat and tidy there. And then thankfully for us, our maintenance manager, Kevin Norris, is an electrician, so he put power to them as well. So it's all neat and tidy, all labeled, we know where everyone's is, and that way they're always charged, because the thing that we really didn't want to have happen is they want their music, or it's a good time for their music, and we have to charge it. So we are very appreciative of the young people at the high school for donating their time and making them. And then of course along the way we've had many staff, residents, families, volunteers who have done kind of the hands-on stuff, taking that iPod, offering it to residents, donating iTunes cards, helping us with any little facet of teaching someone else to do it and things like that. So it's all kind of rolled out nicely, but it has been a real collaborative effort. So I think that's the nice part of it that I'd like to share with you today. Okay, so I am next. So here, up on the side here on our right, he's in the crowd here tonight. Can you put your hand up, Rick, just by the camera there? That's Rick Hunter, one of our residents here. So he just said today, when I said to him, do you have something to say about the music? And he said, I love it every day. Every day I listen to it. And he always, if he's not listening to it, he's got it around his neck just so it's accessible to him. So it has been a wonderful thing for him. But because it has such a wonderful thing for him, you cannot believe how he has rolled this out for other people. So part of the process in launching Music in Memory is uploading a bunch of, if we get CDs donated, that helps us, we don't have to buy songs off of the internet. So we have, Rick has done them all, he's managed the library, we worked with training him to get him set up to do that, and he has downloaded our over 300 CD library. Wow. So wonderful job for Rick. He refers people, so he's had many opportunities where he said, well, have a listen to this, and he'll share his with other people, and then they like, oh yeah, they like that, and they like this one, so then that's kind of how people come to us as well for being on the Music in Memory program. So okay. So thank you to Rick. So over the past few months in asking residents, of course, we have residents that can't put into words how it makes them feel, and we look towards their actions and how they're responding. But I thought I would share with you some of the words they used to describe when asked about how the music made them feel. Here's some of the words that they used. Happy, makes me feel sentimental. It makes me feel like dancing. I'm moved. I'm more relaxed. I'm cheerful. I'm tearful. I'm determined, which I love, and calm. So I thought it was very interesting to me when I was going around to them is that all their answers to how it made them feel were as unique of an answer as they are as an individual. So that was really nice to see, and I think that speaks to the music, how it's so important for it to be individualized. So I just thought to add a personal touch to it, because we've seen Henry there, and it's very moving, but I guess for Rebecca and I, that's lovely to see Henry, but we've seen so many residents here that have done so well in the program, so I wanted to share just a few stories from here that are pretty moving to us, and I think they will be to you as well. So, we had one lady that we were having a lot of difficulty in getting her to go into the bath and have her bath. So, through a lot of work though this is, like it doesn't just come upon you where, oh, that's the music they like the first song you tried. So what we found with her was, and when we put on Elvis gospel music, relaxed, and we can bathe her without any trouble now. So that was a huge success for us. Another one was we had a gentleman who was losing a lot of weight and not eating, very overstimulated in a dining room with 31 other people. And we tried to have him out in the little den area to have his meals and then that was too segregated for him. So got music for him, worked with his family, figured out what he would like. Over the course of several weeks, so started to, not as much distraction, started to eat better, gaining weight, and that was a wonderful story as well. We have had some success with residents who, for sometimes when you have an Alzheimer's or dementia, if English has been your second language, you'll revert back to that first language, So we have residents here, only 3 of them, because we're still rural enough, but who English is not their first language. So we've been able to bring their music to them in a language that they know and are at the point where they are right now. So that has been fabulous. And just so you know as well, there's no age limit to music as well. We have residents from 51 all the way to 102. So that's been beautiful too, because just kind of music where you get together in a group to sing would be different if you were 51 or if you were 102. So that has been really important to us to be able to reach all ages as well. Okay. And then we had another lady who was really with Alzheimer's and dementia, and she was up all night, anxious, worried, nervous, not able to settle for the night. And when we added music to her, she was able to fall asleep quicker, and maybe not sleep all through the night, but we've seen a lot more restful periods for her, so that was wonderful. As Rebecca mentioned, residents with very limited verbal skills can just come out and sing songs that you just, it's amazing. You can't even believe when they start singing a song and you haven't heard a word from them for a long time, so that has been great. Lots of care stories where we've been able to provide care in a way that is just a lot easier on them because the music has calmed them. And I just find that overall just very much more easygoing and in a better mood all around when that happens. And one other story, you could just click through these pictures, Rebecca. We had 2 things kind of come together that we use here for our residents with Alzheimer's and dementia. We had a resident who was always very anxious, and we knew that she loved music, and we knew that she was just a wonderful, caring mother and grandmother and great-grandmother. So we coupled together music and memory with some doll therapy, and the result for us to witness was just beautiful, that she cradles the doll in her arm, strolls around with her music on, and sings the baby while she strolls along through the hallways. So, just what a wonderful story, from being so anxious to being able to have some quality of life here. So that's been amazing for us to witness. And we've also used it in palliative care. So when residents are dying, we've used their music, and we really hope that only gets better, because as we get more residents on the program, we're using their music in palliative care as opposed to just some generic music that we use in palliative care. So that has been, that continues to roll out as we go along. Do you want to share your story about Doug?
Oh yeah, so I have a resident who I take home any day of the week. He's just a comedian, so he is always looking to get home, looking to find his wife and such, who's unfortunately not with us anymore. And so I always, usually later in the afternoon, I'll approach him and say, I need your help, Doug. I really need your help. I'm trying to get some music for my other residents, and I need your help to let me know what you think of it. Can you try this on for me? And if he's okay, I guess I have some time. I'll hang around for a little bit longer, and I'll try this out for you because it's you, because we have a good relationship. So on goes the iPod, and it's Frank Sinatra's his favorite, and jazz, and he's singing away, and he's completely forgot that he's wanting to get going and anxious and whatnot. So that almost happens on a daily basis, but he just gets so much joy out of that. And I have another lady who's German, and she was in Germany during the war times, and she has a lot of distress from that time of her life. So we were trying to get her on music, and you know, we thought the regular war music, and we talked to her family, and no, that's not right. So she sat in my office for quite a while. I could go through iTunes searching German anything, and what she actually really responded to, and this is a tiny little lady.
Sweetheart.
Yeah, she loved the German beer drinking music and all the polkas. So that's what she requests, and she just loves it. So that really brings her joy. So it's a whole lot of work. It's not as simple as putting, like, you know, loading up an iPod and putting them on. We spend hours and hours. We have a great team. Our social worker helps us. All of our staff here, and it's just a whole lot of it's a lot of fun. And